Hello everyone, this is Jamal Thomas. Welcome to the Progressive Soapbox. So guys, this is not going to be rotate device. It's telling me to rotate my device. This is not going to be a long one. This is going to be quick. I'm on my lunch break. Donald Trump has chosen to end DACA. That's the Deferred Action Program for, I guess, kids coming in the country. They were called dreamers. Kids coming into the country, no fault of their own. There are 800,000 of them. Trump is given until March of next year, of 2018, for some resolution to be done with the program within Congress. But he's effectively ended that particular program. Now, I have to be honest, this was somewhat assumed. A guy who's coming into the election, starting the election, coming down the gold escalator, saying that the majority of the people coming from those countries are rapists and murderers, but he thinks some of them are nice people, that gives you your impression of Donald Trump. What's amazing about this, in his statement, he makes this point of, I don't want to hurt kids. That's great. Who do you think this is going to hurt? Who do you think this is aimed at? In regards to Congress coming up with something to alleviate this. Because understand, there are 800,000 people in this country who are here, no fault of their own. They were just here coming along with their parents. That could have been any of us. That could be any of us. Not just it could have been any of us. Many of them have no association whatsoever to the country of origin. Meaning the country that they're talking about deporting these kids off to, they may not have any association with the country at all. So applications will no longer be accepted. Like I said before, March of 2018 is when the program is supposed to be phased out, going all the way up to 2020, where it will be fully and officially phased out completely. In one of his statements, Trump made note to the rule of law, which is an amazing statement coming from Donald Trump. Seeing as he was perfectly okay with flouting the rule of law when he attacked Syria, I get annoyed. Let me get out this way. I get immensely annoyed when politicians talk about the rule of law, in one capacity, but completely ignore it in another capacity, which is essentially what always takes place. So one guy would essentially be, I have to do this because it's against the law in one capacity, and in the very next capacity, completely gives a blind eye. Now, you can make an argument that Obama gave a blind eye to the law in this case. Fair enough, but it's the president's discretion with whether to do it. In this case, Trump is choosing to remove that discretion. If you're going to be angry at anybody at the fate of these kids, you got to point it to both. Yeah, man, you got to point it to both. It can't be a situation of blaming Trump for being Trump. Both parties. Put it this way. You had a president who had office, who had a House and a Senate, who continuously said he was going to do something about immigration and chose not to do anything about immigration, and to purely trust that Hillary Clinton was going to get elected, and then Hillary Clinton getting elected was going to do something about immigration. That didn't happen. She lost. She ran in a way that pretty much, I'm not going to necessarily say guaranteed her loss, but she didn't run in a way of a person who wanted to win. Yeah, man, 800,000 people. 800,000 people. So the question becomes, what does Congress do between now and March? Essentially 6 months. The question becomes, do you think Congress is going to do anything? So, such as Bernie selling out. I don't know what Bernie selling out have to do with Trump deporting 800,000 people, or being willing to deport 800,000 kids. Whether Hillary Clinton would do it or not is kind of besides the point. If the Democratic Party is going to get the Mexican vote or the Hispanic vote, if they're going to be this kind of party for minorities, all right, then own it. You had the opportunity to do something about immigration, and you didn't do anything about immigration. Now, a maniac is in office. That maniac removed the tepid protections that was there from the prior president. Question becomes, what does Congress do? So, Congress has 6 months to act before the deportation start. So, we'll see. All right, I give a more thorough accounting of this. There's some quotes by these guys that I really want to put out there because they're amazing. But as it now stands, DACA is over. Trump is murdered. All right, guys. Have a good day.